In order to change the fluid in the transfer case here, we're going to have to remove this drain plug. This here is the fill plug. These are 10 millimeter Allens. To get better access for draining, I'm going to go ahead and remove this guard here, the skid plate. Looks like it's got a couple of 13 mil sockets on the outside of the frame rail. Okay, move this guy out of the way. Okay, so right here, stamped on the case, it says not use an impact wrench on fill or drain plug. So I'm going to go ahead and put a ratchet on here. Might be quite a bit of corrosion in here, so just make sure your tool gets seated all of the way. All right, so that one is cracked loose, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen this one. I'm going to take this upper one all the way out. It's going to allow me to see if it was overfilled, properly filled. I think that's about where we want to see that for level. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this lower drain plug out. I don't think it's going to shoot very far, but just in case. Pretty nice. I wanted to be able to show you what it looks like. Doesn't look as dark as I was expecting. Wire brushing out the threads. So we're going to be putting some new thread sealant on here. All right, so I'm going to use some thread sealant here, the Loctite brand stuff. I cleaned up the threads on the plug. All right, so that should be good. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this guy. We should be able to thread this guy in. And I'm going to torque this down later, but I wanted to go ahead and start filling it. This is what is recommended, the Mercon LV, which is ATF, which I'm also going to be using in the transmission when I do the transmission filter change. With the gear oil that I purchased, because I'm also doing differentials, it came with this top here. So I just transferred that tip over to this one. It's still Mercon LV. And I'm just going to dump it in there. All right, so I think that's about it. I took just about 2.5 quarts thread sealant on the fill plug. And I'm going to go ahead and just wipe it and put the plug in. And I'm going to snug it up. I come back with a torque wrench. All right, so the spec on that is 20 feet-pounds. All right, so that's torqued. It's important to torque these, or to not exceed the torque value, because the case is aluminum and the plugs are steel. And so you could run into an issue where it cracks the case, and that would be not good. So that's why I chose to torque it. One of the other things that I had seen is people using just a regular ratchet and then just grabbing it higher up and then tightening it down, going that route. I figured since I had a torque wrench, I might as well use it and make sure that I'm good to go there and not going to run into an issue down the road. That is the extent of it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I'm not sure how much the dealer charges to do something like this, or Jiffy Lube, but it's definitely something if you've got the time and a little drain bucket, you can easily do on your own. So no need for a lift. I'm doing this on my back. So yeah, just make sure the vehicle is level, drain it, fill it, good to go. So here's the oil out of the transfer case right here. Pretty dark, still a little bit of red to it, but yeah. And then here's the new stuff. It takes Mercon LV. So this is the new Mercon LV. The truck has about 100,000 miles on it. So assuming nobody else has replaced the oil, this is what the oil looks like with 100,000 miles on it. All right, so that's it for the draining and refilling the transfer case. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, tell me what you think if you have questions, and don't forget to like and share the video. Also to subscribe. I have other videos coming out shortly with regard to maintenance on the service truck and some other truck related videos. That way you get the notifications, and I'll see you soon. All right, take care.